we have to collect all fractions which have a on one side and every fraction which doesn't contain a on the other side. That's why I'm going to, because I have negative sign over here, I'm going to take this fraction and I'm going to move to the right to make it positive, and I'm going to take this fraction and move to the left side. Okay, let's take a look what I'm going to have. I have a over xy minus a over yz equals positive 1 over xz. Okay, now why I did so? I try to make sure that I'm not going to have extra negative signs somewhere on the front on this fraction, or let's say somewhere over here. Okay, so that's why I move this fraction to right in order to have it positive. Okay, and I wanted also to keep this fraction positive. Okay, that's why I didn't move this to the other side. Now, what I have to do first, I have to find a common denominator for these two fractions. Okay, common denominator for these two fractions is going to be x, y, z. Okay, so I'm going to write my common denominator is x, y, z, x, y, z. Why? Because x, y, z is divisible by x, y, and x, y, z is divisible by y, z. Now, I had x, y at the beginning. I multiply the denominator by z. Okay, whatever I did in the denominator, I have to do also in the numerator. So that's why I'm going to multiply a by z. This denominator I multiplied by x. Whatever I did in the denominator of this fraction, I have to do also in the numerator. So I have a x equals 1 over x z. Okay, now I can subtract these two fractions. That's why I'm going to have a z minus a x over x y z, which is equal 1 over x z. I can add parentheses over here because I'm going to use right now cross multiplication. Okay, remember, anytime we have proportion, we're supposed to use cross multiplication. I want to make sure that I'm going to multiply everything, whatever is in parentheses, by x, z, and this denominator by 1. Cross multiplication, okay? So I'm going to have x, z times whatever is inside of the parentheses. So I have az minus ax equals x, y, z times 1 is just x, y, z. Okay? I have to find a. Okay? So in order to find a, I have to make sure that I'm going to divide both sides equation by whatever is next to parentheses. So I have x, z over x, z. So xz and xz will cancel out, okay? And I can also reduce this fraction also. X and x will cancel out, and z will cancel out. So I'm going to have a z minus a x is equal y. Now, I'm looking for a. I'm supposed to factorize a from these two terms. So I have a, and inside of the parentheses I'm going to have z minus x is equal y. I'm looking for a. A is multiplied to the parentheses. I do not want to see anything multiplied to a. That's why I'm going to divide both sides equation by whatever is multiplied to a. Z minus x, and I have z minus x. This and this will cancel out. So I have a equals y over z minus x. And this is the solution to my problem.